Well, hey garden friends, it's Destry. Welcome back to my Oregon yard. Today we are talking everything bulbs. So we are going to be talking about beautiful tulips, beautiful spring bulbs that I'm going to be going over what I ordered, what I'm going to be planting, all the different varieties of flowers I'm going to be growing for next spring because it's time to get these babies in the ground. So if you've been gardening a long time or not even hardly, maybe you're just a newbie starting out, hopefully this video will have lots of information for you, and I'll be sharing all the different things that I'm growing, where I ordered things from, what some of my experiences have been in the past growing, specifically tulips and daffodils, and I'll just be sharing what I know and sharing what I'm excited about for next season. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know, are you a beginning gardener or an experienced gardener or someplace in between? And tell me, do you like growing bulbs, or have you ever tried growing spring blooming bulbs? I would say most of us gardeners have, right? Or you get to a point where you want to try it if you haven't yet. So let me go ahead. I'm going to put these heavy boxes down. I'll show you the things that I got. I'll be dropping some pictures here on the screen of the different things that I ordered. So as you can see from the box I've been holding up, one of the big orders I did was with a company called Longfield Gardens. So I actually have ordered from them one time before last year, and I had a really good experience with them. And so I will be putting up pictures on the screen of the different bulbs as I go, because right now they don't look very impressive. They're just in some bags. I'm going to go ahead and start with all the tulips, and then I'll show you the ranunculus that I also purchased. All right, so I'm hoping there will be tags on these bags as we go, but it's pretty exciting. This one is called the Dawn Hybrid Pink Impression. It's a 75 count. So it says the color is pink, plants 6 inches deep, spaced 5 inches apart, grows about 20 inches tall, sun to part shade, and blooms mid-spring. So here they are. They're so much bigger than the tulip bulbs that I am trying to replant from last year. Again, total experiment, but I just did a video about that recently where I stored over some of my bulbs from last year and I'm trying to replant them. So we'll see what happens. The next variety I got is called the Tulip Double Early Royal Acres. It's a 75 count. Again, this is the color purple, and the planting instructions are the same. So there's that bag. And then got one more here. These ones are an allium purple sensation. This is an 80 count of alliums. Whoa, that's exciting to have this many alliums. You can see the bulbs look a little bit different. I would say they're a little bit more like rounded with that little peak at the top. So those are some of the alliums and tulip bulbs. And I'm going to be really careful putting these back in. In fact, I probably will move them soon after I do this video. Those are all of those from Longfield, and I also got some ranunculus corms. So this will be my second season growing ranunculus in the ground. I start them in my raised garden beds, and I go ahead and tent them with kind of a little covered plastic greenhouse to sort of temperature control them, and then I put them in the ground pretty early, and I had luck with them last year, so I wanted to try some new varieties. This one is called a Tomere Pink. It's a 25 count. So this one you plant 2 inches deep, 4 inches apart, grows 10 to 20 inches tall, and prefers sun. So these are what the ranunculus corms look like. They look like little, I don't know, little squid or something. They're kind of interesting. This one is a color pink-white. It's the Ranunculus Tomere Picotee, 25 count of the Picotee. And then this one is the Tomere Purple, 25 count. So those are the colors I got for the ranunculus. Now I was able to dig up my corms from last year, and so I do have some that I tried to save over. I'm not sure how well they will come back either, but I'm going to give it a try. When I plant these ones, I'll also plant those. Last year, I went ahead and grew a lot of tulips. I will try to find some pictures if I can, but I did almost all of my Vigo raised garden beds with tulips, and I really enjoyed them. First of all, the show was gorgeous and beautiful, and then also they're so bright and cheery in the beginning of spring. But I also sold them on my flower stand, so I just wrapped them in bunches. It was easier than doing any mason jars, which is what I normally do for my other arrangements. Sorry, my dogs are going nuts. Anyway, so I sold tulips really, really well, and I was like, well, I want to try that again. So those are all some of the specialty flowers that I ordered. I want to go ahead and show you now some of the Costco ones that I got, which again, Costco's Costco. It just kind of depends on what your Costco has. But I did go really early in the season and grab these. And then I have one other order that I want to share with you. You guys, it's in the smallest box, but I may be the most excited about it. So stick around to the end of the video because you don't want to miss what's in here. So the next ones I got are also in the pink and purple color family here. These ones are the Purple Raven and Royal 10. So it looks like there's a little bit of a variation there of color. Looks like you get 25 of each. So I'm excited for that. These ones are also sticking with the pinks and purples. This is the Delight Mix and Mélange. So again, kind of this one looks like they might be a little smaller of a tulip. Those look really pretty. And then here are some reds. This one is the Sea Dove and the Carnival de Rio. My mic's still working? Okay. All right, so then this last one is the Sea Dew Carnival de Rio. This one is the red and yellow, or I'm sorry, the red and striped. I grew this one last year too, and I really did love them. They were gorgeous in a bouquet, so I wanted to get a bag of those. And then, oh, I have a few more here. This one is the Pink Impression and Purple Flag. So again, if you kind of start looking at a lot of the ones I tried to pick up, well, maybe not that one so much, but like, look how pretty those would look together. Look how pretty these would look together. So I tried to stick in that same color family. And like I said, I got there pretty early in the season, so I had a really good variety to choose from. And then I hadn't bought all of those alliums when I bought this, but I have a few more alliums. So I think I'm even going to try some alliums maybe in some pots or containers. That works really well for the first year because they're so showy and pretty, and then you can just plant them out in your landscape. Just depends on if I have room in some containers. And it looks like, oh yeah, I got 2 bags. So one is a Gladiator, this one, and then this one is the Pinball Wizard. So here's the Pinball Wizard and the Gladiator. And so yeah, these would be pretty in some pots. So that's I'm kind of thinking about that. The other thing I'm thinking about is my elevated garden bed behind me. It's the one that's more, it's higher up. And so, but alliums do get really tall. So I think I have a different plan for that. Well, that brings me to the end of my Costco bulbs. So I'm super excited about those, but let's go ahead and check out what's in this box, you guys. I've been waiting to share this with you. I know it's going to be maybe slightly not controversial, but I'm interested to see your feedback. So let's see what I've got in here. All right, guys, so these are different bulbs I bought from 3 different retailers on Amazon, okay? And they are all crocus. Purple and white crocus. I went with all purples. I'm very excited about this, you guys. I'll try to drop some pictures for you. So again, I'm not sure exactly which retailer was which here, but one came, I think it was this bag. So this bag here came in a box, and it came with a planting guide and free shipping. This one's from Holland Bulb Farms. Okay, so I believe that was this bag here. And these are a crocus. Let's see if they're labeled. 20 bulbs. It says it's the Prinz Claus. So again, I think I picked all purples. This was a different retailer. No information, but a bag of crocus. This one's are Ruby Giants. And I think, yeah, 25 in there. So it was just this in like a bubble mailer, nothing else. And then this one came, and I don't know, guys, this one is a Blue Moon crocus. There's only 10 bulbs. And so you can see that, it's a lot smaller of a bag. So I was kind of bummed out. And this one, I believe, was the same price as the ones for 25. So I think this one is, maybe it's a more specialty or something. But just to give you a little background on why I'm so obsessed with growing crocus, I remember crocus in my yard when I was little, but I've never grown it in my garden. I don't have it anywhere on the property. I've never planted it myself. And so I don't know what it is, you guys, but it's one of those first bulbs that comes out, but I'm so excited to like get it in my garden. It just occurred to me this year, I'm like, why do I have none of this flower? It's got this, memory attached to it of my childhood, and like, they're so beautiful and they come up. So I'm really excited to plant crocus. So tell me if you have any crocus in your yard. I know they will naturalize pretty easily. So one of my plans is to use some of these in some containers, is what I'm thinking. I would really like to plant in containers because then in the spring, you can bring all those forward, flank your front entry, and you've got these beautiful blooming, bulb containers. So it's really fun to plant bulbs in containers, but wouldn't this look cute in a little container with just this crocus mound? I'm so obsessed. I'm so excited about this. So I'm going to use them in some containers. And because the corms are really small too, I mean, you can kind of push them into containers. I was also thinking about combining them with some of the tulips as well. So I don't know, I'm just really excited about it. So I'm glad you stuck around to the end of the video so you could see my crazy obsession with crocus. All right, friends. Well, I was able to plant some daffodils just recently in my garden. So I'm going to share with you a little bit of video of me doing that. Thanks for hanging out with me, though, and checking out my bulb haul. I hope that you like seeing all the things that I'm trying out. If you've never tried growing tulips, I would say just go for it. It's really simple. It's got a really big payoff. They're so beautiful and kind of simple to grow, and you can just pull them out when you're done and get rid of them. And yeah, so I would say go ahead and give it a try, do some research, or just, give it a shot. All right, guys, let the fall bulb planting commence. This is a whole bin of daffodils that I saved over from last year, and I'm going to be adding them to this bed. You can see I don't have much here, just a couple primroses and a whole lot of not much else. And then my blueberry patch. So I'm going to be planting all these daffodils here for a beautiful spring corner here in this garden bed. I can't wait. I love planting bulbs in the fall, you guys. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I'm just really gonna enjoy it. So here we go. So the bulbs that I'm using in this part of the video are ones that I over summered. They are all daffodil bulbs, and hopefully they will naturalize in my area. So one major tip I have for you when you're planting bulbs is to invest in a small auger. I just got this little auger off Amazon and I attached it to my regular home drill, and it makes very quick work of making lots of holes in a short amount of time. So in this area, I was struggling a little bit because there are blueberries planted here and there are roots of the blueberries. So I wasn't going maybe quite as deep as I should have, but I still think it'll get the job done. Then I moved over to this area in the front corner of my property and decided to add some more daffodils here. As a general rule for the depth of the bulb planting, you want to look at the bulb you have and go down about 2 to 3 times the size of that bulb. Now, as a rule, you want to put the pointy side up of the bulb, but if you're unsure, you can always plant a bulb on its side and it will self-right itself as spring temperatures hit and the days get longer and warm up, and then that bulb will be facing the right way in your garden. Well, guys, that's going to do it for my 2025 bulbs. At least for what I have ordered and received at this point. Now, if I can get all of these planted and I still have energy for more, then we can talk. But I think this is going to be plenty for this gardener, or yardner, as I like to call it. I think it's going to be plenty for me to do to plant all these up. So I am really excited, though, for this beautiful show that I'm going to have this spring. And I'm excited that I can cut these flowers and share them with my friends and neighbors on the flower stand. So thanks for hanging out with me in the yard today, guys. Go ahead and check the videos and playlists that are linked in this video. They will have some more fun information for you about planting and gardening. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.